possibly bringing like cart-sized table and tents, are there going to be trailers, or are we
Yes.
going to be toting that up in our cart?
No.
They're trailers. We have trailers.
The day before, on the 4th,
On the 4th of July, everybody will
everybody's
come.
bringing all their stuff, the kids too, and we're loading everything. I mean, probably all of us who are driving up will have a lot of stuff in our cars too, but
But there will be trailers.
there are trailers, yeah.
So vehicles for transport for the kids, are they driving with us? Are their parents driving them? What's the
No,
plan
they're
for
driving
that?
with you.
What if we only have one vehicle and that's?
There'll be
for
enough,
kids?
there'll be enough in your ward that go
Yeah.
in, they'll be
What
okay.
you'll want to do is work within your wards
And
to
all the
figure
stuff
out
that
who
we're-
has vehicles with seat belts for all of your kids.
There is a transportation committee that's gonna make sure there's enough space for.
Right.
Yeah, you'll have enough.
We've never had a problem with kids not having a seat in a car, so don't worry.
Yes,
Are cameras allowed?
Yes.
yes. Encouraged, I would say.
Okay.
It's good to have pictures. Anything else? All right, oh, yeah, go.
Are the kids going to be in our own ward that we have? Okay.
Yep, for the Book of Mormon Youth Conference, you're with kids from your ward.
Okay.
I know track they split them up for Book of Mormon, keep them together. All right, I want to give Sister Hardy some time, so we're going to have Sister Keelan Hardy come up, and she's going to talk to us about the Lehonas. So.
I can't even tell you how lucky you are and how sad I am. It's been 17 years since we went on the first one, and my children planned a huge family reunion, and it was the same week, so I'm really sad. It just tears my heart to pieces. Anyway, each one of you at some point on the first day are going to get a Leahona, every ma and pa. And in the past, sometimes they haven't been utilized like they should. And so we're really encouraging you to use them this year. In a sense, the Leahona represents the scriptures, and it makes you pause at certain times of the day to refer to the Leahona. And there are little clues. Would you please write on your list? Bring some tweezers.
That's true.
You will need them to get the message out and put the message in. I've made these little messages on tissue paper, so they go in really, really easy and they come out easy. And I'll just give you an example of one of these. Okay, it says, journey to Zarahemla, bring, and there's a blank spot. It refers to a scripture. So what you will need to do is at least have a set of scriptures with you and have your kids look up the scripture. In fact, they're supposed to bring their scriptures, right? Mm-hmm. And they have to guess what word that we're looking for in that verse. And it's pretty obvious. And just so you don't get too worried about that, you'll each get a cheat sheet. And you will get detailed instructions about the Leahona, and then on this sheet of paper that you'll get, it goes by day and what order each message is, and it fills in the blank for you. There's just one here I need to change because we did a little different, and that's the second to the last day. You'll get an envelope like this with your name on it. We're trying to make this as easy as possible for you. So each day, the messages are attached to the day with a paper clip. And they're put in the right order. So you just have to take the paper clip in and put the first one in, and it's so easy. And you may just want to do that as soon as one is over have your wife or someone just hurry and put the next one in so you're ready and not scrambling at the last minute when you have to get them together to do this. It can be a lot of fun. We found in the past that they weren't utilized like they should have been, and because you just get so busy and there's so much to do. But really, if you'll take the time to do it, it might show them how important the scriptures are. And we need to, you know, even though life's busy, we need to spend time in the scriptures every day. And so if you'll please utilize those. And then Sister Hogan, if you'll refer to your schedule of day-to-day activities. This was so smart. She's in green. She shows check Liahona for message. So it just stands out. And so as you refer to that, you're going to think, okay, I need to do this. I hope you'll enjoy using them. And I hope you enjoy this youth conference because it is so much fun. A few other, let me just tell you, bring an extra blanket or two. Because even though it's July 5th, I got cold one night and I had a really hard time getting warm. So bring an extra blanket and your tweezers and you should be good.
Thank you so much, Sister Hardy. We really appreciate your help with that. We are going to miss the Hardys for sure this year. They're kind of a staple of this particular event, and I don't know what we're going to do without you, but I'm sure you'll enjoy your family reunion. So please, I'm just passed around a sign-up sheet. We just want to make sure we know who is here so that we can make sure people who weren't here can get the message to watch the video. Before we wrap up, I just wanted to ask one more time if anyone has additional questions at this time. We will have one more. Yeah, Bishop.
For the dramatization parts, are you guys going to be giving each ward their parts to remember and everything to go through?
Right. Yes. Do you want to talk about it?
Well, are you ready for me?
Well, you can just, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. Are there any other questions first before we get to that? Yes, Bishop.
How's the food being handled? Is that being done by a group, or is each family and village doing?
No, the stake estate takes care of all the food, and it will be fabulous.
And it's served at the lodge. You don't have dinner-making duties.
Yep, you have no food prep responsibilities.
So if you want to bring snacks, that's what you'll have in your camp, but we also will have snacks. So, and the kids can actually earn extra snacks, right? Yeah.
There is a
We have
trading
a
post.
trading post
Yeah.
where they can spend their gold coins that they earn.
So a lot of wards do bring extra snacks, but you don't have to. Like, there'll be 3 meals a day and snacks and extra snacks.
Your only food responsibility will be to eat it.
Get all your family there too, to eat it.
Yeah, I guess, right. Any other questions? All right. We will have another training, so if you didn't ask tonight, there will be another opportunity. And I've pestered you all with so many emails by this point that you all have our email address. You're welcome to contact us at any time, and we can answer whatever questions you might have. Now I'm going to let Sister Hogan talk about the next training. So.
Okay, how many of you went on the last youth conference? So, 2 or 3 of you. This is my 4th, so to me, this is like, this is so dear to my heart. I told Sister Hardy, I kind of feel like it's the Hardy's conference because Brother Hardy's the one that wrote all of the dramatizations. And I can tell you that the dramatizations can really change your life. The dramatizations are so well written and so impactful. And all the youth are involved, and you will also be involved with your youth. Each ward has a dramatization, and so you'll be a part of it. You'll be acting out with them, so you'll be part of the family, or part of it. It's by ward, so you'll be with your whole ward on the dramatizations. And we are structuring things a little bit differently this time, those of you that went. Last time, if you remember, after each dramatization, we had a little bit of a debriefing with our youth committee up on the stage, and Brother Hardy conducted that. We are changing that a little bit because we feel like it might be a little more impactful if we split off into our wards right after the dramatizations. We're not going back to camp. We're just going to be in that area and just move away from each other for a little bit. And bishops, you will actually be the ones to kind of facilitate your, that debriefing session for your wards. And Lehi's and Sariah's, this is a really critical part of the conference. In fact, I feel like this is one of the most important parts of the conference, is for the youth to identify and to recognize the principles of the gospel that are taught in these dramatizations. And that's really what the focus of our next training will be. Brother Hardy's going to conduct it for us, and we'll have our youth committee, so he'll do kind of a mock training, but it'll be up to you to get your youth talking. And we will give you like some suggested questions, the suggested principles to draw out of each dramatization, but your discussion may go in a completely different direction than another ward's, depending on the needs of your youth and what they come up with. And so we wanted them to be all a part of this debriefing and not just our youth committee like we had done before. So we're hoping that that will really make these dramatizations meaningful for the youth, and that they can find those principles of the gospel in those dramatizations. And for me, this has just been a life-changing conference as an adult. And so if you let it be, it will be life-changing for you. I just get choked up because this is my favorite youth conference I've ever been on, is this Book of Mormon one. So I am really grateful that I get to be a part of it again. And so please just do your spiritual preparation. We'll give you the dramatizations at our next training. We'll give each of you, you'll have a copy of every dramatization so that you can preview what's coming up, and we'll also give you the suggested topics to talk about. And I say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Sister Hogan. Again, if you haven't been on this before, I just have to tell you that you are going to love it. Your youth are going to love it. It's amazing to watch how they react to things. You have these youth these teenagers who are kind of too cool for school, most of the time. But like you think of the Liahona, they get so excited to see what the next message is going to be in the Liahona. They really do, and it blows your mind. They get into it. They love it, and we have an outstanding youth committee that's going to really rally them and help them out. And I just got to tell you that we're so thrilled that you all have agreed to take on this call. I promise you that if you prepare spiritually by reading the Book of Mormon yourself, of course, and by really praying a lot about what Heavenly Father would have you do in this role, if you prepare temporally by gathering up the right things and getting all the stuff ready, and if you really prepare by getting to know your youth in advance of the youth conference, you're going to have an experience that you're going to remember for the rest of your life. Like the one I went on as a village leader when I was bishop, I can remember so many parts of that clearly, more than almost anything else I did during that time. And it's just an experience that will touch your heart, and it'll help your understanding of the Book of Mormon, even if you've read it 50 times in ways that you can't even contemplate right now. So just really prepare, be ready, allow yourself to have a wonderful experience, and it's really going to bless your lives. And so again, thank you so much for coming and for agreeing to serve in this role. You're going to love it. And with that, Bishop Yongyan, could I get you to say a closing prayer for us? Thank you.